5 ways British and American birthdays are very different. I don't know how birthdays can be so different. So yeah, let's jump straight into this and check this out.
So if one friend has brought the latest, greatest action figure, I can get away with bringing, say, a toy plastic trumpet that doesn't work.
Huh?
Hello, hi, I'm Lawrence and I'm tipsy, but I'm also on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to birthdays.
Right.
And I kept this quiet. Either way, with Christmas, Thanksgiving, and my birthday on the horizon, my birthday on the horizon, my birthday on the horizon, today is my birthday.
Oh, happy
and
birthday.
I thought, what better time to do a video about 5 ways British and American birthdays are very different.
Right.
I'll be honest, it's not one of those things where I thought, oh, there are lots of differences here, until I started reading about it. Because the thing is, I was a kid when I lived in England, so I had my kid birthday parties there. And then I was an adult here, so I didn't really get to experience it from that point of view. And I just assumed everything was the same, but it is not. Right? I very much determined that, and I'm going to do it in this video after I've sobered up a bit. And so without further ado, let's take a look at 5 ways that British and American birthdays are the same, different.
I swear he just put up 3 fingers. Oh, this is going to be an interesting video. Kids'
Growing
parties.
up in Britain, I was just like any other kid, right? Except for the missing toenails. Which meant that I would attend kids' parties whenever birthdays came around.
Right.
Likewise, I would host birthday parties when it was mine. Now, this isn't in and of itself different in the United States, where apparently they also have kids' birthday parties. The difference, if I may venture, is in how these parties unfold. Firstly, in the United States, you might take your child to one of these parties, and they're most likely going to be dressed in what they ordinarily dress in. Whereas in Britain, kids might often come in fancy dress.
Yeah, that is very common. Fancy dress kid parties.
Our way of saying costume. So for example, you might have several superheroes running around.
Oh yeah, I had so many superhero parties.
And this can get confusing because at my 7th birthday, 2 Spider-Man showed up, a moment that was forever immortalized by a meme. And then when you've got all these kids in a room, you can't just say to them, all right, just sit still and be quiet now for the rest of the night. You know, you have to entertain them. More often than not, both countries achieved this by playing games.
Right.
And in my youth, one of those games was Pass the Parcel.
Oh,
and
yeah.
when I asked my mostly American patrons about this game, I got the distinct impression that it didn't catch on in the United States.
Wait, you guys don't do pass the what? Wait, do you do musical chairs?
Basically, Pass the Parcel is a game that involves a gift that is wrapped up in multiple layers of wrapping paper. A circle of childs pass the parcel around the circle until there's only one layer left.
Right.
At that point, the person who has the parcel opens it.
And they get the gift.
I personally have a few bad memories about this game. The first time I ever played it, I missed out by 1 seat. The person sitting next to me, Adam Jenkins, removed the wrapping paper to reveal the He-Man character, Orko. I wanted Orko. The second time I played, I won. A tiny plastic trumpet.
Wait, you guys gotta let me know what kind of like kid party games happened when you was a kid during birthdays.
That didn't work. In America, one game that's popular at times like this,
Oh, he's gonna do
when
it.
you're a child, is pin the tail on the donkey. Basically, it's where you blindfold children and expect them to accurately pinpoint where the donkey's tail goes.
See, people might do this in the UK, and I knew it was a thing, but I've never done it.
I hope it doesn't kick, because they can get a bit mean, can't they? It's not a real one. What's the fun in that? Anyway, I'm told it's really funny until the kid walks off into some nettles, and then it's hilarious.
Nice.
Listen to this, right? In the 80s, I got Mask action figures. Remember those? They were the best present ever. In the 90s, I got a DVD box set of The Mask of Zorro, Man in the Iron Mask, and The Mask with Jim Carrey. And this year, I got an actual mask. Yeah. No, this is definitely not the face of somebody who's trying to mask his crushing disappointment.
Chuck E.
In
Cheese.
both countries, it's a fairly common practice to take your party of kidlings away from the house and to some kind of establishment.
Right.
Ironically, the 2 places that stand out most from my own childhood are both American corporations, Pizza Hut and McDonald's.
Oh, right,
I do
okay,
remember
yeah.
that Ronald McDonald was there to entertain / terrify us. And he had us play this game where we had to take boxes that you would put hamburgers into, and you had to balance as many up as you could. And whoever did the most was the winner. And I was so good at it. I destroyed the other kids.
See, I've never done that, but I knew that McDonald's did like host like pies and they had like play areas and some of them. They don't do that now, but I remember one doing it when I was a kid.
Right? And they declared me the winner until they realized that I'd cheated by using straws as support beams. And of course, McDonald's and Pizza Hut are both big birthday party venues here in the United States. But there's one...
Yeah, Pizza Hut's a massive, in the UK, birthday party kind of place. Been there many times. They have like a sweet ice cream buffet kind of thing. Oh, it was good.
Popular birthday destination that came up on my secret live stream that we don't have in Britain.
There's a good one. So Jeff says Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. I think I've heard that before about Chuck E. Cheese, is that it's sort of a place where kids go to celebrate birthdays. I've never been into a Chuck E. Cheese, I have to say. We have them in Indiana. We have them, I'm sure.
I've obviously heard of Chuck E. Cheese, but I've never like seen one or... Well, I've never been one.
In Chicago. But every time I hear about them, it's usually in the context of it being mocked in some way.
Sadly, while Chuck E. Cheese is the butt of many jokes, it's looking increasingly likely that it might become an economic casualty of this pandemic. Maybe they'll rebrand and come back as Charlie Cheese Pizza Playhouse, or that was their name in Australia. No way. It's just been a sort of quiet night in, really. I've just sort of sat around in my underpants watching Rick Steves' Europe. What this? Oh, this is it's a can of good old beer. It's actually very old. It's from 2017. Why haven't we chucked these out yet?
Birthday bumps?
Anyway, speaking of birthday pain, it seems that both countries have weird traditions in which the birthday person takes a couple of knocks. In Britain, they dish out something called the Bumbs. And this is where the birthday girl or boy is held by at least two people by all four limbs. And what happens is they're lifted in the air, bumped against the ground, and this is repeated for every age of their life. And then you add another one for good luck.
Yo, what was you doing for your birthdays as a kid? I never had that. But I remember, I'm pretty sure I got birthday punches. Yeah, why was people punching me on my birthday?
Hilarious. I remember when I was a kid, this happened to me every single year without fail until I broke my ribs. And then we had to stop it for safety reasons. And similar light-hearted physicality has been applied to American birthdays. Except here, the person's age determines not the number of bumps, but the number of punches or spankings. Word on the
Wait, yeah, not spanks, but yeah, I got the punches. I never did the bumps, I got the punches.
Three is that in both countries, games such as this have started to take a backseat due to safety concerns. Right. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was a kid, I'd be protesting and shaking my one remaining fist in the air. Yeah, no, it's... Oh, hey, you're not going to believe this, right? Uncle Toby actually got me something. Uncle Toby. I know, right? I mean, it was just a calendar, right? Woo! But it was also from the year 2017. Yeah, I'm detecting a theme.
Sweet 16.
No matter which country, it happens the world over. There comes a time in a kid's life when he or she must stop being a child and turn into a human. This is known as coming of age.
Right.
But like a lot of things, Britain and America can't agree at what age that is. In America, it's all about Sweet 16.
Okay.
The big 1-6 is seen as an important milestone in a person's life.
See, 16 is decently big in the UK, but our big one's 18.
To the extent that lavish celebrations might be at hand, minus the alcohol. I forgot to mention that they can't drink alcohol until they're 21. It's almost as if turning 16 is the beta version. In Britain, while we've had at least one TV show and one film by the name of Sweet 16, our coming of age is reserved for the age of 18, when Brits become old enough to drink and vote. Just a warning.
Yeah, 18 is definitely probably the biggest age party you would do. Like celebration wise, as a person. 18, because that's where you could drink. So, but I'm pretty sure people do something big for 16 as well in the UK.
No, doing the two in tandem can lead to a Tory government. No, I mean, it's unlikely at this point. Chicago just issued a stay-at-home advisory. Yep. No, I know. I can't believe that I have to celebrate at home instead of the place that I've routinely celebrated it for the past 15 years, which is at home.
Alright, this is going to be interesting. How are we opening gifts differently?
We could hardly do a video about birthdays without discussing the most important bit, alcohol, but also receiving gifts. I think it goes without saying that this is an important part of the birthday process in both countries, except there's one chief difference. In Britain, we don't like to open our gifts in front of the giver. It doesn't matter how old you are. This happens at those children's parties. All of your tiny friends do come bearing gifts, but they put them in a pile for you to open later while no one's watching.
Yeah,
One
true.
of the reasons for this is...
But then again, I'm pretty sure, like, when you're a kid, maybe. But that's because you're too busy playing as a kid, right? To open them, right? But when you're older, you definitely open them in front of the person that gave you them. I'm pretty sure as a kid I opened them in front of people as well. So I don't know. It could go either way. But I do know people, and I probably have done it before, where the gifts have been like kept aside for later.
It removes competition.
So
if one friend has brought the latest, greatest action figure, I can get away with bringing, say, a toy plastic trumpet that doesn't work. But even as adults, we Brits are quite reticent to open our presents in front of the person that gave it to us. And the reason for this is we don't want to let on how gut-wrenchingly disappointed we are when we get something crap. In America, it's not uncommon for the gift giver to eagerly await your reaction. In general, American gift givers and gift receivers have a more positive and optimistic outlook about the whole thing.
But the thing is, that's only when you're a kid you keep it to the side. Some people might. When you're past the age of like 16, you're definitely opening the present in front of them.
And now that the same thing is expected of me, I've spent way too much money on actual trumpets. That's brilliant. Of course, I mean, I always forget that she and I have the same birthday. Yeah, I know. I'm a terrible uncle. Yeah. How is she? Did she have a good birthday? Oh, did she? Oh, they're adorable at that age, aren't they? How old is she again? 24, right.
That was a good video, interesting. I didn't expect much differences between birthdays, but yeah, there still were some differences. Really interesting. Let me know how your birthdays go as a kid and an adult in the comment section so we can like see how we're doing it differently. Great video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.